Welcome to the DCA Friday podcast, everybody. This is another episode of the Yenizen's Hustle. Today we are featuring Scott Holtzman, aka Hexdeck on Yen.io. And boy, have I got an interview for you guys. This guy is hustling. He has so many projects. And, just to name them off, he's got Crypto for the Common Man. He's scrapping. He's got the Spare Change Project. He's doing TA crayons. And as well as XYO geomining, and he has a story about 10 acres that I know you guys are going to love. So, Scott, thank you very much for being here, and welcome to the show, my man. How are you doing today?
Howdy. I'm doing great. Loving it here in Montana.
Dude, before we get into the interview, I see the art back there. Like that astronaut looks badass. Where'd you get that? Tell us about that thing real quick.
That guy comes... it's metal artwork, and it's actually done by Linux Art, and I'll email you the connection of the website for him. The one to the left of me here is the Bitcoin astronaut, and the one on top actually is kind of like a play on the Monopoly guy, and I worked with him. And shout out to Linux Art, because really you guys do great work. That's actually just a reflection off the light. There's nothing lighted up there, and it's fantastic artwork. And what I want to do is surround myself around, crypto-centric type things.
Outstanding, man. Dude, the fact that it's the Monopoly guy holding a Bitcoin and, saying goodbye to a freaking dollar is freaking awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
So real quick, let's go ahead and talk about Crypto for the Common Man. What was it that possessed you to start this particular project? And tell us all about it. What's going on? How's it doing?
I came up with the idea of Crypto for the Common Man in our beta test group from Yen.io, which happened back in October. And
right.
Honestly, I didn't know where I wanted to go with it. I had a gut feeling about what I wanted to develop, but there was push, there was testing, there was this and that, and the challenge of actually doing like YouTube videos and stuff like that. And honestly, I wasn't comfortable with it. I'm a kind of quiet guy, retired chef, and so I didn't know where I needed to take this thing. And so I took a back seat into the launch of Yen.io, which is super exciting. And I'm seeing everybody doing all these things, and I'm just like, I'm not doing anything. I'm just waiting, sitting back. And then the Yen retreat in San Francisco. And it totally lit my fire.
That is awesome. That is awesome. So tell us, what is Crypto for the Common Man?
Crypto for the Common Man is for this guy, that guy who is out there, who's listening to this and saying, man, I don't invest. I don't have any money at the end of the week. I don't understand what crypto is. I want to know more. I want to be able to start developing savings. And I don't know how. And I'm going to sit there and show you on a YouTube channel how you can go dig scrap. What I say to a lot of people is turning crap into crypto, turning treasures into trash, or trash into treasures. I mean, just go out there and do it. And I've launched a project. You can find it on the Bitcoin Pub. And it's called the Loose Change Project. Now, go ahead.
I like this. Please go on. I'm going to eat an ice cream bar while you tell me all about this. This is exciting.
Here it goes. This project was designed, the Loose Change Project, you can find on the Bitcoin Pub, and I'll give Chris the link, started from the ability of going and finding loose change. Now, if you're the common man, maybe you have loose change in your pocket when you walk home every day. And you just dump it on the counter. For me, I work in the detail shop. I recondition cars. all this loose change that slips below the seats. You know, somebody's got to clean those cars and recondition them and put them out for sale. So I find that. And so everything in this project, 100%, has come from change, either in a vehicle or underneath the car. And then I expanded it a little bit, starting to expand it into scrap metals, you know. So you take your loose change out of your pockets, but then you look and you find scrap metal, you know, a little bit of aluminum here, a little bit of metal there. You take it to scrapyard, turn it into crypto.
Dude, you could do that with your recycling, like your cans and bottles and whatnot. That's awesome.
Pretty much.
All right. So what do you do to actually convert your spare change? You deposit it in your bank and then go to Coinbase and do that? Or are you using like the change machines at, whatever store? How are you doing it? How can other people do it?
What I do, and you can find this in the link down below, because I'll give Chris the link. But I use a app called Robinhood. And the thing I liked about Robinhood, and I started researching this when I researched a project that was a crypto project called Nano. It's a frictionless project. And one of the things I liked about the fact that it was frictionless in banking. So I set up my bank account to Robinhood. So when I transfer 5 cents or more from my bank account to Robinhood, it doesn't cost me anything. And when I trade on Robinhood, if I trade above 5 cents, it doesn't cost me anything. So it's frictionless trading. So I can go there and transfer 79 cents, say I found that in the car, into Robinhood from my checking account, and then buy Bitcoin with that. And that is exposure to Bitcoin. You don't buy the actual physical Bitcoin. I want to make that clear. But the same price exposure. And then I just put that money in a jar. And then after like 3 weeks or so, I just take it and I deposit my checking account. So it's not my money. I transfer it out of my checking account. I deposit it into Robinhood, and then I just buy Bitcoin. But I can do it on the fly. I can do it from an app. I can do it from my phone. And it happens over seconds. And I've done this since, well, the project started July 1st. So,
July 1st of last year, you started doing this spare change project.
Yeah.
And how has that been working out for you?
Well, I guess the best thing is to show you. I mean, I could just bring it up here on my phone, and I know Bitcoin has been kind of rising as we discussed, but does that show up on the phone?
Get it a little closer to the camera.
A little farther away, actually. A little closer, a little farther away.
Wow, that's over $1,000.
Yeah, kind of.
Now, hold on. Are you saying that you put you found like $1,000's worth of change? About how much change do you think that you actually found and deposited?
About $383.
$383, and it's grown.
Well,
to
you have to understand, we have been in a bear market.
We have
over 18 months, right?
So a lot of that was actually during the bear market.
Yeah, it's called DCA. I mean, we promote that on yen.io.
Yes, we do, and we promote it here on the DCA Friday podcast.
Yep, and we're huge. But see, I've taken it to the extreme. Every day I get home, I just reach in my pocket, dig down deep, put it on the table. I don't care if it's 33 cents, if it's 43 cents. Once in a strange while, you'll find a $5 bill, some stuff somewhere. And it's loose change. It's not money that came out of my pocket. It's just money, and
money you found walking the street or cleaning cars
But
in your example.
everybody could say, well, I don't work in a car shop. I have the accent. I'm like, you walk past a penny every day. I'm like, pick up that penny.
And if you're paying cash for anything, you could literally just, pull out the change that's in your hand and do it that way.
Well, I've got other ideas for that on the Crypto for the Common Man website.
Okay. Oh, what is that? CryptoForTheCommonMan.com?
Well, yep. And one of the things that we're going to be doing, and one of the things I've been experimenting with, is different apps to help people do things what I call, well, actually, I don't call it. I'm going to adopt this term from John from Yen.
Yeah.
Automagically, you transfer your money to something else seamlessly without ever having to think about it. And so I do that because this is how millionaires are made. And you don't need to earn 55, 65, $95,000 a year. People at $35,000 a year can automatically transform their money and their debt into a positive asset if they just follow a simple principle. And I'm going to talk about that on my channel. And it's worked. I mean, all I can do is show results. I mean, you saw what I did with change.
Yeah, that's phenomenal right there, because I haven't seen anybody else do it. It's quite that way, including scrapping and recycling even.
Oh, yeah.
That's definitely a way for you recycle whatever you find or whatever you have, and then take that money, whatever's in your you receive, and then whatever's in your checking account, go ahead and transfer it over. That equal value. And then when you get the chance, just deposit it to your bank account, because you never lost the value. It's always been yours when you transfer to whatever app it is. I love it. It's very cool. Now, I also know that you are working on geomining. I know that there's plenty of people in Yen who are like, I don't know, man, I don't know. But you and I are probably one of the 2/3 of the people that are actually geomining or into XYO. How has that been working out for you, man? What got you into it?
All right. Well, let's see.
I didn't catch that.
Oh, there's.
Sorry, Siri.
There. Let's do this. I've done this for 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks now.
Okay.
6,782 count, 82 coins. Roughly, if you look at today's market prices, I don't even have to look at it, but I can tell you it's about $12.63. Geomining, all I do is turn it on. I have a Sentinel. So if you want a Sentinel from me, hey, guess what? Check out my channel, because I'm going to be giving away a ton of Sentinels.
What is your channel? Let's go ahead and spread the word. What is your channel?
My YouTube channel is Crypto for the Common Man. And
boom.
You can find me. I recently rebranded. So it used to be Scott Holtzman, but it is now Crypto for the Common Man. And I'm doing a full launch next week.
Outstanding.
So it's going to suck for many, but I don't care. Just join the channel.
Dude, have you seen the YouTube videos for my podcast? This thing sucks too. I'm still working on getting an intro and an outro.
Is to help you. I'm not asking for your money. I don't want your Patreon type stuff. I don't need any of that. Really, just the whole point is just get into crypto. And if you want help, I'll be happy to help you. But with that, like geomining, I'm going to give these things away on the YouTube. I've got a couple actually books called The Latte Factor, gentleman who writes books that I'm friends with. And I got an early copy. And so he just did a public launch. So I have several of those. I also have a copy of The Automatic Millionaire, which I suggest everybody to read. don't understand how to build wealth. The whole point of the crypto for the common man is to help you build wealth.
I love it. I love it. Now, tell us about TA Crayons, please.
TA Crayons. You can find TA Crayons on yen.io. So if you're not a part of yen.io, sign up. Just put your email in there, and if you want participant in the island, hey, go find me on Twitter, xdex16. Go look me up. If you're that anxious to get on yen.io, it's all beta testing right now.
There you go. I love it. I love it. Dude, but you gotta share us a little something, please. Tell us, what is TA Crayons? You can't just, find out about it on yet. Come on, you gotta get a little teaser, trailer. Come on.
This is what it is. Probably 11 months ago, I wanted to know a little bit more about trading analysis. And actually, Chris, if you publish this, I got to give a shout out to one guy.
Do it. Do it.
Chart Vampire on Twitter.
Chart Vampire.
At Chart Vampire. To my friend, and your name is the same. His name is Chris. And Chris, if you're listening to this, I'm going to send you this podcast or this video. And I'm going to be like, man, I give you a shout out because you are my guy. He showed me, very funny way how to analyze or to look at charts and know where things are going. And this guy did it for free. I really wanted to bring him in on the Bitcoin pub, wanted to bring him on yen. It didn't work out. And I was very sorry for that.
So he's basically building, and he's got some huge community or something like that, that he's just like, I don't have time for all these extra projects. He's got to focus on his grind.
He's you know what? He's a funny, solid guy who knows charts. And this guy just fell into it. And he just developed a knack for it. And he's fucking hardcore. Excuse my French. Did I just say that?
You said hardcore. It's not like saying...
I mean,
you're not dropping the F-bomb, which we've done on the show before.
I mean, there's few people that I'll ever, give promotions for. But if there's one guy, Chart Vampire. Twitter.
Outstanding. Hey, Chart Vampire, I'm going to be finding you. We're going to have a little talk. We're going to talk about why you're not on yen yet.
That TA Crayons thing, though, but I'll tell you what, if you follow my trades, and every time I post TA Crayons, you follow my trade. Look at I want somebody to do this, actually. Look at my percentages for trades up and down. Because I'll tell you what, I'm outperforming the market. And I tell people this. I don't make it like, there's no paid group. There's nothing. I haven't done the Crypto for the Common Man channel or anything like that. Mm-hmm. But I'm doing this stuff for free.
Are you in the let me go on to yen real quick, because I know there's a TA group. Are you in that one yet?
No, I don't even know about a TA group.
I believe it is. Let me.
Oh, that stuff, that trading group thing. Yeah, ridiculous. Ridiculous. Go back. Look at 8 o'clock this morning. I mean, when I bought Bitcoin, and mm-hmm. And before that, when I told everybody about, hey, bye, it's gonna go up 10 grand. I told them.
Hey, you know what?
I mean,
right now we're seeing it happen right now. Bitcoin's gone back up. It's now at 79.29.
Oh, it's busting that $8,000.
Yeah, it is. It's going back up past 8.
Look at this. I went back there and I told people when to buy, when to sell. And I mean, I put my own money in it. I mean, I didn't put a lot of money in it, for trades, because I'll tell, I do the 80-20 rule, and we'll talk about this next week on the YouTube channel, but I'll give you an exclusive. 80% of my money is lock solid right down in Bitcoin and one other coin. 70-10. So that's 80% of my money. I leave 20% open for trading. And you know what? I've lost a lot. I've gained a lot. I've lost a lot. I've gained a lot. I've done this over and over since August. The whole point is just to figure out what I'm doing. I mean,
you got to learn. You got to stumble before you can walk.
If anybody emails me and says, like, Scott, what should I do? I'm like, take personal responsibility and do what, you think you should. I mean, don't listen to these guys on YouTube. Don't listen to these guys. I mean, well, okay, go ahead and listen to them, but don't take them for gospel. I mean, they're just scratching out a living on YouTube. I mean, just like we all are, or on podcasts or something like that. I mean, be honest with yourself and take personal responsibility. This is my money, and this is how I'm going to trade it.
There you go.
You can look at somebody and say, hey, this guy's got some pretty reasonable trades. I mean, this guy's pretty rock solid on things he said. So I'm going to take the choice to follow his trade. And that's what Yen.io is offering to people, and people don't realize it. I mean, people are outside the mix, but do it.
I love it. I love it.
If you don't do it, then own that. But you know what?
I've started to say in the past 2 interviews, I'm gonna say it again today. In my security job, I was just recently learning about constant forward pressure when you're in a defensive position. Like if somebody's coming at you, and you have to go into a defensive position, so long as you apply constant forward pressure, you can get them off balance, and then you can get the result you want, as far as maybe an arrest or whatever, and the constant forward pressure can be applied to so many different aspects of life itself. Like, Peter and Mike were talking about it on their new podcast, Drive with Mike and Peter. And they were talking about, constantly doing something, move forward, do something, because when you do something, you will face the consequences of that action. And that consequences could be failure or success. Either way, you're going to learn something, and that is the reward,
Yeah.
and so I'm like, do it. This constant forward pressure thing, constantly moving forward. I'm doing it in my own life. You're doing it in yours. And that's the people who I'm trying to interview. Here on the DCA Friday podcast are the people that are doing that. So I'm totally stoked that you brought that up, man. That is awesome. But real quick, I want to change gears real quick to another one of your stories.
Go ahead.
You had revealed to me that you guys had run out of time in San Francisco for something that you were supposed to mention. Why don't you go ahead and share with the audience what you wanted to share when you were in San Francisco at the Yen meetup? Talk about the 10 acres.
Well, it wasn't something I wanted to share. It was actually Peter was surprised that I didn't talk about it. I back in 2017 bought 10 acres here in Montana with crypto, with a trade, simple trade.
What was that trade? What? Ant shares. And what did Ant shares eventually become? Neo.
To my friend who's Neo on the Yen.io platform, the beta testing, Yeah.
I do believe I'm the only Mr. Anderson right there on Yen right now.
Well, not Anderson, my friend. There's I see Neo. Him and I.
Yes, I do see him as well.
Yeah, I'm just a small squeaker. I don't care. You know why? Because I have 10 acres here in Montana. It's paid for. I had purchased the property and done a property purchased through a private contract. And then I came to this guy and I'm like, you know, it was a 7-year contract. And I came to this guy after 2 years. And I'm like, here you go. Property's paid for. And he's like,
Did you actually give him Neo for the property, or did you cash out of the Neo and buy the property outright?
I cashed. Yeah. Smart thing to do. You know, pay my taxes. So.
Right.
But it was the first opportunity that I gave to show when I was in the chefing business, show my friend at the food studio. Well, he's the owner. I'm gonna say, here's a check. And then, actually, Peter and I did this back on Bite Size Bitcoin, and we originally launched the Bitcoin pub and stuff, and he made me a moderator. Peter, totally grateful for that. God, you know, Peter's, yeah, maybe that's a tangent. We shouldn't get on that. But the thing was, I paid for the property. It was done. And, you know, Peter and I actually discussed it back and forth over a couple tweets or emails, that type of thing. But ultimately, what it comes down to is you have to know what you're investing for. And see, this was back in like 2017, way before the $20,000 Bitcoin bump. But Neo jumped from like $6.95 to 4,040, or excuse me, 440 or $4.41. Yeah. Anyways.
from six. Hold on.
Yeah,
you said it jumped from $6 to $4.
No, $6.41 to $41 and some cents. It was just ridiculous. It was stupid. It happened in 3 weeks.
I think you need more alcohol.
Yeah. Go buy some alcohol, right? You know, but
dude, I already finished my 2 beers for the night, so I'm not drinking anything right now. And usually, whenever I'm on the podcast or whenever I'm on DC TV, you see me with a beer in hand because this is like my weekend. This is like the time where I can actually relax.
I have the coffee mug.
Dude, my coffee mug is like the Black Rifle coffee mug that Peter has.
Coffee mug right there.
Yeah,
and there's coffee in it, actual coffee. The whole point was, listen, I was able to accomplish one goal. And this is what I tell anybody who's investing in cryptocurrencies, listening to the Crypto for the Common Man show, is set a goal. You know, I don't care if it's buy a 2006 Honda Civic. I mean, if that's your goal and you have this much to invest, and then you achieve that goal, then go buy it. Turn it into a tangible asset. I mean, you don't have to do it with everything. And don't be stupid. I mean,
yeah, like seriously, like like you were saying, the 2006 Honda Civic, dude. I purchased a 2002 Toyota Celica with tax return last year. Last year's tax return money went and bought me a $2,900 car because I needed a car to go to work. That's all I needed was something to get me to work. It had 140,000 miles on it, so it's still practically a brand new freaking car.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be brand new. I don't need to put myself into debt buying a new one from a dealership or, even a couple years old that's been a trade-in, because having something that's like constantly taking, $300, $400, $500 out of my paycheck every month is not worth it.
Nope. Tax
return cars. Buy yourself a hoopty. It doesn't freaking matter. Something to get you from A to B to keep making that money. It's an asset, like you said. Robert Kiyosaki would disagree, saying it's a liability because it costs you gas money. You have to purchase tires, you have to maintain it, all that stuff, and it loses value. But it helps keep the grind going. If you can't get to work, you can't make money.
Chris, in August, I made a trade. One trade.
Do tell.
For Bitcoin. It was leveraged on a well, exchange I can't work on anymore. but let me just say this. I bought a 2006 Honda Civic with it.
There you go.
And I paid my taxes. I paid half of that trade because it happened in like 3 days. Bought me and you know what? I'm not buying anything anymore. And that's the thing. When Peter talks about the crypto lifestyle, is the fact that what we are doing now is going to pay dividends in the future. I want to encourage anybody that listens to your podcast or watches this video on YouTube, is the fact is like, don't imagine like any of us came up rich or just like all of us are Lambos. And I want your viewer to be able to make a tangible investment in Bitcoin, cryptos, whatever they choose. But I want to help them do that. And I don't want them to have to pay me money. I don't want them to Patreon me or to give me anything. I just want them to sit there and go out to my like YouTube channel and reach out and be like, Scott, I want to be like you, you know, like I want to figure out how I can take all the pennies in my change jar and turn them into $1,000. Because for some people, that's a lot. For me, that's not a lot. I really kind of like, I don't want to say, you know, what.
Well, you've got your regular jobs. You know, you're a mechanic.
My regular job.
Also, not a mechanic. You work at a mechanic's shop. All right. You also were doing like the professional, you know, chef type stuff. You know, and you know, I mean, you were grinding. You know.
Yeah.
And you just retired from the chef job, right?
Yeah.
You've put in your work. Nobody becomes an overnight success. Overnight success, you know, took 10 to 20 years of diligent hard work.
35 years for me, but you know.
You know? Exactly.
And you know, but the thing that amazes me, and I want to talk to people about this, is like yen.io. I mean, here's an opportunity to speed like 35 years in like 5 years. Sign up to yen.io. Join the club. Just put your name on there and just put your email into the waiting list and just wait to get on. You know, or just follow me on Twitter.
What is your Twitter handle?
I mean, you watch
Crypto for the Common Man?
For me, but watch Crypto for the Common Man. Let me show you how to turn trash into treasure, turn crap into crypto, and make money. I mean, I've done a lot of experiments over the past year, especially down through the down market cycle. And that thing ranges from faucets, you know, these crypto faucets, these stupid little trickle things, you know, you got to click on there all the time, to taking surveys, to doing things. All I've tried to do is, what can the common man do for earning crypto or Bitcoin?
Yeah, I will say this as far as, because you mentioned apps, you know, and faucets. You know, me personally, anytime that when I first got into it, I was trying to find multiple ways on you know, creating a passive income, you know, something that didn't cost me anything. And part of that was using those apps, you know, for like little faucets, little this, little that, you know.
Yeah.
I haven't found an actual faucet or app or anything that actually pays you. The only app that I have found so far, and I have yet to test the cash out feature on this app, but from the feedback that I'm getting on Twitter, the Coin app from XYO is pretty much the only one that I've found that is showing successful, you know, payouts. Like the Bitcoin faucets, you know, Ethereum faucets, all these different apps and whatnot. And I've tried a shit ton of them. I was not finding any success with them, you know. So if you have any apps that have been working for you, I know that people would love to hear about that on your channel, for sure.
Yeah. And I'll be honest with you. I mean, the XYO app, the coin app, 100% most profitable over time because I've gauged it. I actually have used several other faucets, and I have probably about $7 worth of Litecoin because I always convert it to Litecoin. That's kind of like
Johnny's gonna love hearing that.
I know, Johnny.
By the way, I have not shown Johnny the design that I came up with because I promised Johnny on DCTV's Friday night stream that I was going to make him a hat. Tell Johnny what you think of the design that I've come up with. What do you think? Is he going to like it?
I talked to him before. Yeah, I'll let him know.
No, tell him right now here on the podcast and during the interview.
Johnny, listen, jump on this, jump on Chris's stuff, and help promote the hell out of it. And by the way, if you could give a little shout out to Crypto for the Common Man. Oh, thank you, brother. Boom.
Johnny, we love you, man.
Litecoin is my thing.
I can't wait to hear his interview with Kayla, about how she bought a truck with Litecoin.
But the funny thing is, like, nobody wants to interview me about the Bitcoin I spent or that I traded in August to buy that 2006 Civic. I paid for that with Bitcoin. That was all trades. The property I bought with Neo. I mean, nobody wants to talk to me about that.
Well, I think it's everybody's being focused on the price is going up. The price is going up. So having these stories, and sharing the stories, is not really a high priority unless you're a content creator like myself or Peter or John.
Around the space, because I could tell you right now with TA crayons. Here's your thing. Sell out at $9,856. You heard it here first. Just dump. It'll go up higher. It may even go up to $12,000. But I guarantee you, in June, it's going to go way lower. And you just got the official scoop. And you're going to laugh, Chris, because you're going to be like,
let me write that number down. What was that number again?
No, you recorded it, so go back and look at the recording.
Oh, you're making me work for it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because I just gave you money, man. What's going to happen? And you're going to be like, oh, no, this guy's a shit talker. I mean, we're like.
You've told me you've told me twice now to research it. Like, who gifted JPM coin to the bank? And then you said, rewatch your own damn podcast to find out what number I said.
I'm giving you the facts. That's TA crayons in a heartbeat. Everybody loves me because of the fact that, like, I just go rough on yen. And I do. And I do it for a reason. I'm riding the edge. But I love everybody that's in there, and I just want to protect everybody. In the same respects, it's like, I don't honestly need to make any money off anybody. I mean, there's no, like, I don't need to create a Patreon group. I want to find those people that are coming on the end and need help to figure out what this button is for. What's that for? How do I do this? Same thing I did on the Bitcoin.pub. I mean, I really enjoyed my time with Peter when we first started the Bitcoin.pub. And Peter was like, I'll make you moderator. I'm like, I'll do it for free. And then we had all these moderators who were like, I should get paid for this. Like, I'm like, no, you shouldn't. I'm like, yeah.
Like, dude, this is a passion project. Nobody's getting paid.
Like me. Like, no, but you don't understand. I mean, like, a lot of them like angry, just like, and Peter transition, and then it became yen, and then it became the Alpha Group. You had to pay for be a part of the Alpha Group.
Well, we were supporting Peter and John on the Patreon to help fund them building Yen in these projects, So
I didn't
us
even,
being the ones helping fund those projects, the gift back to us was we basically got the same training from Peter that he was charging Fortune 500 companies $50,000 for a weekend.
yeah.
We got it on pennies of the dollar, that kind of training, when you think about it.
Oh, the thing and Peter always says is, I did it for the lulz. I love when he says that. I did it for the lulz. The fact is, like, even now, like, in how we go forward in Yen and on the platform, I'm just going to do it for the lulz. I mean, put out a channel. Yes, I'm going to put out diagrams, the whole bit. I mean, but ultimately, it's just fun. I mean, you may understand, but most people that listen to this will not understand. We are at the apex of something that is just going to explode, like, woo!
Like what? Do that again?
Nobody will see it. No, it's going to happen that way. I mean, like, people will go replay this, but boo! And that's what's going to happen.
I love it.
See it, and they're like, "What the?"
Yeah, I will say this when I'm sharing Yen with people at work or I come across and whatnot, and I'm talking about the world's first social meta exchange. They're like, what the hell is that? And I'm like, well, it for us, it's going to replace Facebook, Twitter, and all these different, social media platforms, but the best part is, it is a, wealth building tool. They're going to be giving us the tools to build wealth. And not only that, we can trade crypto on it. We can purchase crypto on it. Eventually we'll be able to send crypto to each other. And the best part is, instead of having to go to Coinbase and, email, password, two-factor authentication, purchase your crypto with your debit card, and then log on to Binance, email, password, two-factor authentication, find your crypto wallet, send it back to Coinbase, send your Bitcoin to the Binance wallet, and then wait 30 minutes, and then you can purchase whatever you want. Just explaining the process takes longer than it does for me to show them. Now watch this. Click, type in $5, click, confirm purchase, boom, done.
An idea for somebody to invite to Yen platform that I need to invite.
Do it. I know. We would love to have them kick the tires, check it out, have some fun with it, man.
Actually, from what you just said, she has to be here, so I'll contact her on Twitter. So.
Absolutely.
The weird thing is, Chris, you and I talking right now, I didn't expect to be here in like 3 years. I mean, it's kind of like stupid. I mean, hey, guess what? If you want a guy who can cook you a perfect steak, this
guy. you can cook a lot more than steaks. I'll tell you that right now. I'll tell anybody listening right now, Scott can cook a hell of a lot more than just steaks.
I can cook that. Yes, true. But watch this. Let's just say, where are we at, Scott or Chris? Can you?
I think we're at like 45 minutes.
Yeah. Well, can you minimize? Where are we at in Bitcoin?
We are currently at 92.21. Let me go ahead and switch over real quick.
Are you serious?
Yeah, let me do a screen share. I'll show you.
Get the heck out of here.
What? No, 79.21.
Oh, okay.
What did I say?
You almost broke my heart. You said 92 something.
No, I the dyslexia was strong on this one. There we go. Let me refresh the page real quick.
All
right. There's Yen. Yeah, 79.21.
Okay.
But look at that. The head and shoulders pattern did not pan out. It went back up.
I told people on that, but hey, look. I'll give you this. Do you want to see it?
Absolutely. Let me stop the share and let you share.
It'll go above 10,000. I don't know how high, and it may go to 11 or 12. But I'll tell you this: anybody who's listening, listen now. What's our date? We're at the 19th, 20th.
Yes, it is now officially the 19th.
Past the 25th. It may hold, may stable, maybe go up or something like that. Honestly, if it goes to 10,000 with your trading money, I I work off trading money. I did the heck out. But I'll tell you this, and anybody who is holding or anything like that, we're going to see dip in June. Okay, a huge dip in June. And that's from Crypto for the Common Man. Just giving you out there, giving you free advice. Huge dip in June. Chris.
All right. We're going to keep an eye on this. I'm writing it down.
Oh.
Huge dip in June.
Yeah. Okay. But you know what?
And you know what? If it doesn't happen, I'm gonna call you on it.
Oh, you can 100%, because you know what? You can go back to my webpage feed on yen.io and you can see all my calls, right?
Yeah.
Now do a historical. Go back and do a historical and be like, is this guy accurate? And you can be like, this guy is either full of crap. But actually, if you go back and do my historicals, I'm 100% right.
not to brag or anything.
No, really. No, I'm not joking. So here you go, June. After this thing pumps to like over 10,000, goodbye. And then June, and then we go up after June. And I'll actually do it on yen. I'll put the date out there. Okay. You're gonna be like,
Excellent.
I hate this guy.
Excellent.
Either I like this guy or I hate this guy. He's teasing me on, or
it's like, do I like this guy or do I hate this guy for telling me my Bitcoin's gonna go down?
I know I don't like doing that, but I do.
Dude, I honestly don't care, because for me personally, and I've made no bones about it. I've shared this before on DCTV. I've shared it on when I was doing the A Bit Too Far podcast. I'm pretty sure I shared it even on this podcast. I love bear markets more than bull markets ever since I read Unshakable by Tony Robbins. Yeah. Yes, exactly. I learned very hardcore because I listened to the book like 12 times at my last job when I was just driving around in a truck for like 8 to 10 hours in a giant 10-mile figure eight. I would just listen to the audiobooks. And Tony Robbins' Unshakable was phenomenal. By far the best one that I've ever had the pleasure of listening to. And I love the bear markets because my dollar goes further. I can buy more and I can accumulate.
I'm sorry. I'm just telling you what it is. I mean, I'm being real with you.
Absolutely.
And you can cut these clips and actually you probably should. I mean, cut these clips into little bits and pieces. Be like, I'm being real with you. I'm telling you the truth.
Maybe one of these days I'll take all the YouTube videos and I'll just do clips of like the best takes or like the best moments in interview history.
Yeah, because you know what?
Just make a giant trailer out of it.
Guess what? If I'm dirt wrong, obviously like people would love to play this. I mean, this would be like fantastic video. They'd be like, that guy's an ass. I mean, he doesn't know shit. I mean, they're just gonna dump on but if you take these clips and be like, after everything I've been telling you, I'm like, dump it in June. And you're like, those things. I mean, video recording, that'll be funny as shit. I'm like, because you know what? It's dumping in June, Chris.
Well, it ain't dumping right now. Currently, it just went back up to 79.58.
No, I know. But after the 25th of March, May, 25th of May. But before that, I'll tell you this. When it gets above 10,000, everybody has what's called measured risk. It could go up to 12,000 actually, or somewhere between the 11,000 level. But when it hits 10,000, sell. Just get the fuck out.
Of your trade money. Let's specify.
Every trade money. Yes, clear as day. I still hold 80% of my holdings that I don't trade. So that's just your trade money. I mean, if you don't do trade money, then just ignore what we're talking about completely. I'm sorry. I should clarify that.
Well, you clarified before, but just now you didn't. So yes, I know I have heard that there's quite a few people that do the same strategy. 80% they hold, and then 20% they use to trade with. I'm a 100% hodler. Who DCAs into my projects. Last year I would DCA into crypto and then tax return. I bought my one full Bitcoin. And this year, my focus has been DCAing into my projects. And so,
but give you an idea. Yeah. I mean, I'm 25x on 2 Bitcoin trades. So, if anybody has the potential to get wrecked, well, it's only 0.02 Bitcoin all total, not small amount. I'm testing out a platform. I'm just trying out the liquidity stuff.
Do you do any of the software trading deals? I know that there's a trading software out there. Do you do that at all, or do you just do it all on your own?
Software trading?
Yeah.
Own software trading programs? No. I use different platforms. That the one platform I'm using for leverage trade right now is called Liquid. And one of the things, the difference is I can't use BitMEX because I'm in the US.
Mm-hmm.
That's illegal for US people to use. So
right.
People don't use it because they use VPNs. They go around the trade. But I'm not willing to do that at this time.
Hey, you know what? Whatever it takes to stay above board and keep the IRS from coming to your door.
It's not that. I mean, I pay my taxes and stuff like that. I'm just not willing to, because I want it to be available. If I do that and I juice it, and I know how to get around the Tor browsers, which are owned actually by but I know how to use the system to get there to BitMEX and without them recognizing me as a US user. But why is that fun or fair? I mean, actually, honestly want BitMEX to be available to US customers. But I did find a platform that is available, and I did all my, KYC and stuff like that. That gives leverage, and actually, Binance will probably give leverage here in the future. So that's why I'm testing it. The liquidity aspect is a question because if extreme market flows and stuff like that, it can become problematic. You might not get trades executed at certain prices and stuff. But if you really grease the system and follow the trade, like Chris right now, I mean, what is you said what Bitcoin was trading right now.
Currently it's going at, because I have Yen on in the background behind the Zoom chat. It's currently at 79.50. So there you go.
We're gonna punch 84 real quick. Watch this in about an hour. But the whole bit is, you know what? If you got a margin trade, hey, you take profit. And it's never wrong to take a profit, Chris. That's what I always tell my customers or my friends.
I'm about to say customers are, so people are paying you. No.
Yeah, I always joke about that. I'm like, I have a lot of people that have gotten involved with Bitcoin. I always joke. I was like,
How many people have used your invite code? Do you know?
Two.
Two? I'm at the same right now. I think I got a couple more on the hook. I'll find out shortly. But yeah,
I'm trying to get Bitcoin banned, on it. And I talked to John, and he was like, well, I'm not going to push him. Well, Litecoin John.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll get it, people.
Dude, we have been on here for just about an hour. Let's go ahead and wrap things up. Just refresh the folks. Where can people find you? People
can find me obviously on yen.io, hexx16. If you get an invite code, you can find me there. You can find me on Twitter, hexx16, crypto for the common man. I will be launching next week the crypto for the common man on YouTube. So just type it in the search engine and you can find me. And you can also find me on USA.life, crypto for the common man, which is not a platform that people are pretty much familiar with. So there it is. If you want to actually email me, my name is Scott. And so you can email me at scott@holtzman.com, because I don't play games. I don't hide behind mistakes. There's my name. That's who I am. Let's let it roll.
There you go. There you go. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening in, watching us, and thanks for sticking around. As a reward for sticking around, let me go ahead and give you my invite code. You can sign up to yen.io. If you go to beta.yen.io, use the invite code capital YEN 59 capital I lowercase NVIT3. All right, you guys, I look forward to everybody joining us and seeing just what the heck we're talking about, because this thing is freaking amazing.
Huge.
It is huge. it's huge.
And welcome to the island. If you sign up, you are on the island.
All right, everybody, you have a wonderful night. This is the DCA Friday podcast signing out. Have a good one.
Peace.